Hey everyone, this is SM Pratt, and today we're doing a little Sales Money Pratt video. I have some eBay auctions ending this Sunday. I'll put a link below in the description. This is actually a consignment block for an E4 member. I've received a lot of questions about these items, so hopefully this video will help kill two pigeons with one stone. You can see the actual listings, and also I can clarify any of the questions that were asked. And we're just going to go ahead and get started right here with this Japanese base pack. We have every single Wotc pack to go through, as well as the Japanese equivalent. So here's the first one up. It's the 291 yen version. Look at that artwork. Look at the compare and contrast here of the two base set packs, English and Japanese. Japanese has a lot of nice pack artwork, and here is the first of that. So this owner told me that majority of these are light. Now I know some of the Japanese packs guarantee a holo, or at least some of the sets typically guarantee a holo. Either way, I listed them all as light just to be on the safe side. So here is the Jungle Pack. Look at that artwork there. 1996. This stuff is almost 25 years old. Then we have the Fossil set. Another unique art. And then here is Team Rocket coming up next. You can see again the 291 variant. I believe base had the most pack variants for the set. Is that a little chubby? Oh, it's a Charmeleon back there. Look at that old school design. Man, this is throwback. 1997. And then moving on to Jim. You'll notice that the dates are a little different because clearly 1996 was base for Japanese and then 99 for English. So, you had like all the way till Jim until base hit the US or was stateside. Here goes the Jim set. There's a card with her and a Star U in here that doesn't exist in English. Maybe you'll pull it if you win that pack. And then here is the Gym Challenge. Nice Sugimori artwork. And this person who is consigning this with me, they were pack collectors. You could probably guess they have one pack for each set. So these are in pretty solid condition. They look like they've just been stored over the years. I don't really see any heavy damage. I'm going to show you in a little while. We're going to go through this box right here. We're going to go into detail with this one. That one is a little bit more difficult to preserve, which I'll give you a full breakdown on that later on. But next up, we have the Neo era. This is Neo Discovery. As you can tell by the lackluster Unknown. Sorry, Unknown collectors, there's not my favorite. Then we have Neo Rev with the 3 legendary dogs. Dog cats, cat dogs. And then we have Neo Destiny. Super scarce set. More unknowns trying to creep their way in. And then now we're getting into the E series. So this is going to be Expedition. So what they did is they basically have one of each. And now I know some of these sets have like the Mysterious Mountain, Town Without a Map. Like there's a couple expansions within the set under that umbrella, if that makes sense. But they just have one for each set, so it's parallel to English. So here you go. Here's the Expedition. Got another Charizard there on the pack. This is when they started doing the e-reader design. Look at that. It's a little time capsule right there. Upside down. You can see this is the e-reader where you'd swipe your card if you wanted to YOLO it and damage it to swipe it and get it into the game. Here is the Aquapolis equivalent for Japanese. What's interesting is when they stopped doing first edition for English is when they started doing it for Japanese. So Expedition, you can see there's a first edition stamp, and then here's the first edition stamp for Aquapolis. And then, of course, in English, that's when they stopped doing it. There again is the e-reader, Game Boy Advance on the back. And then we have our Skyridge, another Charizard art. And the e-reader again on the back. And then there's a bonus round here. They do have a versus pack. Look at this thick boy. Look how chubby that is compared to a standard booster pack. So this is basically like half a deck. And versus is a Japanese exclusive release. This never made it to the US. It's basically a mixture of like gym leaders and trainers, as you can see here. And you'll have certain cards like Sabrina's Gengar or something like that. And that's what you're going to look here. I would categorize versus as like the E-Series vending release. That's how I see it myself. But again, it's a Japanese exclusive. This is the Psychic pack. Again, thick boy. It's like, I believe 30 cards in total. So there you go. That is the bonus versus pack. Now, moving on to the English. Here we go. These need no I can basically sit here silently and just show you these. And I think 90% of the viewers are going to know exactly what they're looking at. So to start us off, you have the base set, the set in Pokemon with the Diesel Venusaur yelling at you, little Jurassic Park roar right there. This is a very clean pack for people who are looking for, the condition of the pack. Let me just try to show you that, because I know for English collectors specifically, that's definitely a larger market. So this one, again, this guy is a pack collector. You could tell this one just sat and preserved very well. Very clean on the texture. That's another thing that's really tough to illustrate here on YouTube. Maybe one day Elon Musk will give us that technology, but for now, the texture is very solid as well. Next up, we have a first edition jungle pack. I believe, let me double check real quick. I believe all of these are first edition outside of base. So that is what you can expect for these listings. Again, it's all there on eBay. You can read everything and see the details. But here it is. This is going to be the Scyther artwork for jungle first edition. Again, I listed all these as light packs to be on the safe side. There's your Aerodactyl first edition stamp. And then the back of the pack as well. And then we have the redheaded stepchild of Wotc, base set 2. This is definitely the lowest tier. So whatever this thing increases, all of Wotc has increased. So there it is. There is base set 2 with the dreaded number 2 symbol right there on the left. Sorry, base 2 collectors. And then here is Team Rocket. I always thought this was interesting about Team Rocket. Their first edition stamp. Let me show you. Here, we'll pull up Jim next to it. It's interesting how they have like a little unique design. I think it's because like the background's black, so they had to like put this circle in there. But I always remember that even as a kid for Team Rocket first edition, it had that little white like Pokeball thing going on. Maybe I'm getting a little too nerdy too fast there. Don't want to hit you with like a Mach 3 nerd description, but there it is. This is the first edition Rocket pack. And then we have the Gym Heroes with Misty. Unfortunately, you cannot get that Misty's tier Naked Misty card in the English release. It's Japanese exclusive. Then you have the Gym Challenge pack with Blaine on the front, first edition as well. Really like how Jim did that. Again, going to be nerdy real quick. One side of the bleachers, the other side, there you go. And then the back of the pack as well. And then next up, we have the slightly better base 2, the Legendary Collection. Sorry for Legendary Collection base 2 collectors, but they were like the bane of my existence when I was younger. This is all you saw like in gas stations and stores, like when Pokemon like petered out after the 90s boom. And it was just Legendary Collection in base 2. And for a lot of people, it was a reprint. But here you go. Like now people love Legendary Collection. I think the pack identity, this one has the evolutions. It's a nice, time capsule. Even if it was something that wasn't popular back then, now it has its own identity today. Here is Neo Genesis. You can basically see my reflection. Am I wearing a shirt behind this camera? Maybe you can see behind the Lugia. But another nice clean pack. Again, this texture, I really can't emphasize enough. The texture on these is very clean for those who value that sort of thing. Wow, this Neo Discovery art is nice. I was downplaying the unknowns, but I like what they did here. It looks like a little star constellation. Okay, I see you. Whoever graphic design did their job on this one. Got an Umbreon for the pack art. And then next up, we have the Suicune, first edition. There's the back. And then the Neo Destiny Togetic, first edition, and the back again. And then getting into the E-Series, so the last 3 for Wotc, we have the Feraligatr, a little derpy there, a little Barney Feraligatr. And then the Scissor for Aquapolis, another shiny pack. And then last but not least, we have Poliwrath Flexing for the Skyridge pack. Okay, now we do have some other graded cards and a few sealed product items to go through. So I'll start with this one, then we'll do the box. What do you guys want to do? Can't respond. I'm not doing one day I'll do a live view and you can just tell me. So we have graded cards to go through and then these boxes. Maybe I'll do the graded cards and then we'll get to the boxes. Save the biggest, the chunkiest for last. So we have a few graded cards that are going to go up. Some marquee items, first edition base Squirtle, PSA 9. Let me just do a close up for people who want to see the exact card. You can see the exact condition. There you go. This one looks like probably centering, I'm guessing there. Left-right centering because the whitening looks very strong. Or I don't see much whitening, if at all. So there you go. There's the Squirtle. Then next up, we have a PSA 10 first edition base Charmander. Definitely one of the like blue chip cards in Pokemon now. I mean, these starters have just evolved into a league of their own. There it is. 10 minutes in, you got your dad joke. Is that on the case? Yeah, it is. That's on the case. That's not on the card. Very clean card. Pretty much flawless card right here. I mean, that thing is crispy. So there you go. There's your PSA 10 first edition base Charmander. And then, of course, you got to have the Squirtle as well. So there's a 9 Squirtle and then a 10. This one looking pretty solid, too. Really like to see that deep blue. Just, this one looks like it just has a little bit better centering. That's why I'd hit that 10. And then we have the Pikachu Yellow Cheeks as well, PSA 10. And there you can see the back. Probably this one and the next one are probably going to be a surprise for a lot of people. These are going to be the first Black Star promos. With this one, I see a little bit of whitening there on the top. That's probably why it hit 9. This one's going to be 10. What's interesting about this is I've sold like 3 or 4 of these in the past month for $500 in PSA 10 each. And it's probably because the scarcity of this card's a very, very popular card. I'd probably put it like S tier, God tier popularity. It's just one of those items that I think is somewhat common, but it's so popular that there's always a buyer for it. Even for me, like this is a very sentimental card for me. This is my first Black Star promo. I still have my original I got from Toys R Us in Ferguson. Got to show some love. I remember like Saturday before you had people talking into cameras and forums and Discord and all that stuff. You had to meet in real life, and that was the place to be. It was Saturday at Toys R Us, and that's where I picked up my first one of these. So there it is, the Ivy Pikachu PSA 10. And now, last but not least, we have this Neo deck back here, and then we have the Japanese box to the right. And in this Neo deck, it's going to be nothing but Japanese exclusives. You can see a preview here on the back. These are some of the cards that are exclusive to this deck. I actually brought some over to show you so you can get a close-up view. So here are cards that are exclusive. They're going to have this symbol right here, the Chikorita and Totodile symbol. So if you see that, you know it's from this deck. The holo cards are going to be your Feraligatr and then your Meganium. Again, both of these are going to have that symbol there on the right. And here are just a couple other previews of some of the exclusive artwork. You got your Geodude. You got the Hoot Hoot. You have, I love how it's just like, Hoot Hoot, like what? Little Noctowl. Then you have your Chikorita. Then you have your Totodile. And then last but not least, Teddiursa. So I am like irrationally cracking up at the Hoot Hoot for some reason. But again, all these are exclusive artworks. A lot of Himeno if you're into Himeno. But there you go. Just a little preview of some of the cards that are included. There are a few more exclusives as well. And let me show this again because this is the exact one that's going. Finding this sealed, you'll see this sticker that tells you right away that it's sealed. Finding this sealed today is pretty tough. There's the 99 VHS version of Bulbasaur Squirtle. This one, not only is it more scarce / rare, it's like literally at the tail end of the old back design. So this is the old back style for Japanese. This is like one of the last releases for the old back. If we take a look at the cert right here, you'll see 2001. That was this line in the sand. So the last year for the old back was this. And this is one of those last releases. I'd put Not Awake Pikachu right there as well. So there you go. This is just chock full of exclusive art. And this is the only way to get it is from this deck. Just like the Bulbasaur and Squirtle VHS. Now, last but not least, if you stuck through, we're going to take a look at this box. So this is an original Japanese base set booster box. It contains this guy right here, this Diesel Venusaur right here, Blastoise, all these guys you see here. This is it. This is the first set, Japanese base set. Now, what's interesting about Japanese boxes is they have an odd wrap. Back in the 90s, it's similar for Magic as well. You have this like window open here. You see this is where the plastic is. And now what's tough with this one has it a bit more. I don't know why the left side is like this. I have one very similar where the left side is, it crimps up a bit. So there's a little exposure there. But this box is honestly one of the best condition base boxes I've seen, especially because it's the rarest variant. So the more common variant will say for sale only in Japan right here. This one doesn't. So one with a white back like this is the rare version. There's no guarantee that the contents are going to be different. What it does guarantee is that this is not only the rarer version / scarcer version. I think it's the more in-demand version. Me personally, I would prefer to have one without it. Of course, one with for sale in Japan is just as good if you just want the art, but this is certainly the rarer and or more desirable version. So there it is. That is the base box. Again, I'll give you a full view so you can see every side of it. Here's this angle. I'm going to try to fit this one on camera. There we go. And you do get 60 packs in here as well. Another side. And then this is that left side. I do have another box like this in my collection. I've had a lot of people message me about this since I listed it, you know, asking if I'd take an offer. Mine is in worse condition than this one. This one is in better condition, especially this left side. Mine is like, there's a little bit of opening here. Maybe I'll do a video down the road with it, but I can't emphasize enough. This is one of the better looking, if not the best looking first variant of this box that I've ever seen personally, or I've owned. So there you go. That's going to be the closer here for the auction. So there it is, guys. Again, these are ending this Sunday. The link is in the description below. If you have any questions, let me know. I will post about it. I'll probably drop this Friday, so you have some time, you know, to get those questions in. But there it is, guys. Hopefully this is useful. You know the deal. Let me know how you feel, and that's pretty much it. Till next time.